Hi there, this is the Ship Inn. It was our pub before they ripped its guts out and turned it into a mini supermarket. Now we, the community, want to buy it and turn it back into our pub. We're in Aldwick on the south coast. The English Channel's 200 yards over there, and Bognor Regis a mile that way. We're in a suburban village with no pub. The Ship Inn has been closed for more than 2 years. Too many supermarkets have opened and closed here because a great many local people were hostile to them, especially as there's an established store up the road.
Aldwick is an urban village by the sea. It's got a green, a church, a small parade of shops and its own little store. 11,000 people live in Aldwick. There's a real mix of modest and affluent homes. For some, loneliness and difficulty getting around are problems. So do the locals really want their pub back? You bet they do. Michelle Rafferty worked at the Ship Inn when it was a thriving establishment, before it was run into the ground.
It was a fun place. Every night was really busy. All of us used to go there from all the years, really, from different ages. We were brothers and sisters and friends, and people would come here. But it was a real club atmosphere. So I worked behind the bars, barmaids, and then I worked in the kitchen. I was a chef. That would have been my background anyhow. And we used to do theme nights. So we did when Minden Hanley had the pub. We used to do theme nights, and we used to have London night, Italian night, and everybody would dress up, and we'd do the food that would complement that, and the music. It was great fun.
Love on the rocks, ain't no surprise. Pour me a drink and I'll tell you some lies. Got nothing to lose.
Pete Nelson was a live entertainer and a big draw at the Ship.
Everybody had a lot of fun. It was good food, good entertainment, and it was just the business. It was very, very good. And I think when I was working there, it attracted probably more of the locale in this area. So they were all locals. They didn't have to drive. And yeah, there were people who came from outside, but I would have thought it was 80% plus of locals. And we had a ball. If those times could come back, it would be marvellous.
You've got to leave, just get away.
There's been an alehouse on this site since the early 19th century. We can trace the landlords since the first census in 1841. But all this history was thrown into the gutter in 2014 when the brewery shut the pub doors and leased it off to one of the big supermarkets. The Friends of the Ship Association, with more than 500 members, have launched a campaign to raise £500,000 to help buy the pub site freehold and refit the building. We're being advised and guided by the Plunkett Foundation, the 100-year-old charity that's helped launch 85 community pubs nationwide, all successfully.
We're offering £50 shares in a new community business society which will own and run the Ship Inn. If you buy a minimum of 2 shares at £100, you'll own a piece of this pub and have a vote on how it's run for the benefit of the community.
Farm shop owner Jeremy Stannard thinks it's a great idea. He was a member of the local football team sponsored by the Ship Inn.
The Ship was good. It was even better because it sponsored the sort of football team that I played for. And they came forward and invested some money to buy us shirts. Laid on food after the game. All the supporters, all the families, the young children all came to the pub afterwards and shared in either the joys or the sorrows of the previous matches.
The international organisation Men's Sheds wants to set up a branch on the Ship Inn site. It's a big hit with older retired men who want to use their practical skills for the community. Mel Twindley helps run the unit in South Bursted.
The Ship Inn would be an amazing opportunity. It's a wonderful site. You've got a lovely building there that the guys could come and feel relaxed, another informal space for them. I think if the community are part of something, then they are going to support it because they've been asked, they voted for that, they voted with money to have that. So there isn't any reason why you wouldn't want to support it, because you've got an invested interest in it from yourself, putting that back into the community. Having your groups down there, having your party down there, celebrating your 50th. These things are all going to be very personal.
Hairdresser Richard Pearce has his shop right opposite the closed Ship Inn, and he's all for the community seizing a unique opportunity to buy the site and revive a vital local asset.
I think this is a one-off opportunity. This probably won't come up again for the community to be able to buy and own a share in their own pub. And of course the beauty of this is that the freehold will be owned. It takes away the pressure for the business to have to turn over enough money to pay rents or to pay mortgages and so on. So, you know, this is your chance, guys. You know, it's not going to happen again.
So please buy shares in the Aldwick Community Society. Click on our website www.theshipinaldwick.co.uk for a lot more information and how to buy shares for yourself or maybe as a present for someone else. This is what the inside of the Ship Inn looks like now, an abandoned convenience store, no good to anyone. Just think how it'll be when it's a pub again, full of life and serving the community.
These are just some of our friends who've been campaigning for years to save the ship and get it back into the community where it belongs. And they're very thirsty, aren't you?
Yeah!